Hello everyone, this is Getting Started with Microsoft PowerPoint 2013. My name is David Hensley and I am an Information Management Instructor at Cincinnati State. When you initially launch the application, you're going to see templates that you can choose from. You will also see different categories that you can pick from if you don't like any of the visible templates. You can also search for a template if you happen to know the name or the category. For this presentation, we're just going to select Blank Presentation. Before you begin using PowerPoint, you're going to need a quick overview. Up at top, you have the Quick Access toolbar. Near there, you have the different tabs, which is Home, Insert, Design, Transitions, Animations, and so on. As you can see, within the tab, you have different grouping. Within the Home tab, you have the slides and font and paragraph and drawing. Within the main pane, you have the slide pane. Over to the far left, you have the thumbnail pane. At the very bottom, I have the status bar, notes button, comments button. The different view buttons are normal, slide sorter, reading pane, and slideshow. You also have the zoom slider at the bottom of the status bar to zoom in and out. At the bottom left of the status bar, it displays how many slides you currently have. Now we will be entering text into the title. This is very similar how you would do it within Microsoft Word. Click anywhere within, click to add title. And here I'm just going to type in my project. And I'm going to click within the add subtitle. Here I'm just going to put actually just like student name. So once you have the information entered in, you can actually go ahead and resize the title text placeholders if you want to. So just select a placeholder and go to any of the corners or the sides and just click and drag to actually resize it. So once I resize it, I can then click and actually move it now. And of course I can do the same for my subtitle. Now I can actually format the text by selecting whatever word or character I would like to change. So from here, as soon as I select project, you can see the mini toolbar pops up. So I can bold it, I can make it italic, I can underline it, I can make it a certain color such as red. And then here now I'm going to actually go ahead and change my. And I can bold my. I can change the color instead of making it red, I can choose a different one. And then if I want to actually make modifications for student A, if I don't want to use the mini toolbar, I can go up to the Home tab and I can make the changes there, which is of course very similar to Microsoft Word. Once I have my title slide set, I want to go ahead and click New Slide to create a new slide. Now if you click the New Slide button, it will just use the default. If I click the arrow below it, it will actually give me the choices I can pick from. So from here, I'm going to actually just choose Title and Content. Now if you look at the lower left-hand corner of the status bar, you will notice that you actually have two slides instead of just one. This indicator is actually very handy when your presentation gets larger. Instead of counting 1, 2, 3, you can just look in the status bar to determine how many slides you have. I realize we only have 2, so that would be very easy to count. Okay, now I'm going to add a title and text to the new slide. So I'm just going to type in overview for the title. And then I'm going to just put in topic 1, topic 2, so on and so forth. just so you have an example. Earlier I showed you how to change your view within the status bar. You can also use the View tab. And of course here you see all the different views that you can pick from. Okay, so I have two slides and they look pretty generic since I didn't choose a template. So now we're going to click on Design. And we're going to actually choose a certain design. If you don't see any one that you want here, you can actually click on the More button. Now you have additional choices. If you actually just hover over any one of them, it will actually give you a preview in the background of how it looks. So I chose this one, and you can notice the difference between the slides. Now they have some kind of style to them. I can choose a different variant of that design if I want to. And as you see, I'm just hovering over them and it's changing it, giving me that instant preview. So I'm going to choose this one. And here's now how my second slide, which to me is a huge improvement of just the plain white background. And of course, like I said, you could have chose a template at the start. I tend to like to get all the content and then actually choose a design kind of as I'm going along to see which one best fits the content. Okay, now we're going to add another slide. This time I'm just going to click the New Slide button. This time I'm going to insert a picture. So we're going to click the picture placeholder. You're just going to browse to the location of the picture. Once the picture is inserted, I can resize the picture. If I grab one of the four corners and drag it, it's going to resize the picture, but it's going to stay proportional to the original size. But what if I don't want to do that? What if I want to make it longer on one side? So if I grab just the side of it, I can just click and drag. And just do it to the other side. And then, of course, I can go ahead and insert a title. You can also crop the picture. So to say I don't want the palm trees into the pictures, I'd have to select the picture first, then click on Format, click Crop, and now you're going to want to go ahead and grab the handles and kind of just move them over as far as you want. And as you can see, the shaded area is the area that's going to be cropped. And I could just let go, and then I have to click the crop button again to crop it. And now if I want to, I can go ahead and extend the picture again. And now it's just water. So it comes in very handy when you have a picture that you just love, but there's a little piece of it that you don't want in there. Now we're going to try word art. We're going to click the Insert tab, and then click on Word Art. Choose whichever option we want. And go ahead and type in your text. I'll just put it in fun. Now I want to move it. So I just grab one of the borders and drag it up. And then say if I want to rotate it, just grab the circle, left click and rotate it any direction you want to. And I'm going to drag it a little bit farther over. And it kind of helps out the appeal of the slide. And of course, I'm sure it would be fun. Now we have a good start on our presentation, but there's just something missing. And here I'll show you if we actually put in slideshow mode. You're just going to see one slide after another. So next we really want to add a transition. Click on the Transitions tab. And then if you don't like any of the current transitions, you click the More button for additional results. So for the first one, just go ahead and choose Curtains. And it's going to give you a preview. And for the second one, I'm just going to choose a different one just to give you an example. Choose Reveal. And if I want to, I can actually apply that to all slides, because most presentations you don't want to get, add too many of the transitions. But for this example, I'm going to add a third one, just so you get a feel for it. So I'll use Split. So now, if you view within slideshow, of course you're going to see the curtains. The next one should be the reveal transition. And then the last one was split. You just hit escape to get out, or click. Next, we want to make sure we save the presentation. So click on File and choose Save. Most of you probably will select My Computer. And then you click the Browse button and browse to the location wherever you want to save it. So from here, if you wanted to, you could navigate to your flash drive, or if you're on campus, a Z drive. I'm just going to place it within Documents. Give it a name, hit Save. And if you're wondering how you could tell if you saved it, now if you look at the top of the screen, as you can see now it says My Project -PowerPoint. So now if you want to print it, click on File and then choose Print. Now I realize most people now could hit the Print button, but keep in mind there's a lot more options you could choose from. Under Settings, instead of Print All Slides, you can actually choose a certain selection, a certain range. Say you don't need all of them, you just need 2 through 3 or 1 through 2. So especially if you're at home, a way to save ink or toner on your printer. So now also, do you want a full page printout of each slide or just a handout? Most people, especially if it's for meetings, they might choose like the 3 slides. We'll give participants a chance to write notes off to the side of each slide. And of course your orientation, portrait or landscape, and then if you wanted a color or not, depending on your printer. So once your choices are made, just simply click on the Print button up top. Now of course if you need more than one copy, change the copies. This concludes the Getting Started with Microsoft PowerPoint 2013. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Have a great day.